What's up, everybody, and welcome into the Champion Jerseys Only podcast. This is volume number 5. I want to welcome everybody in today. If you just joined us for the first time, we do a little podcast talking about champion jerseys from the NBA, mostly from the 90s, early 2000s. If you're interested in champion jerseys, you definitely want to stay tuned and listen in today. Like I said, this is volume number 5, kind of getting things going. It's been a little while since we've dropped an episode, but welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone got to enjoy the NBA Finals. 2001 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. And if you're a Suns fan out there, keep your head up because that was a great run. And I don't think you guys are going anywhere anytime soon. And it was an enjoyable final, so I hope you guys got to enjoy that. And we got to definitely enjoy the last couple games. And nice comeback and great playing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. So one thing we like to do around here is we like to take note of the current state of the NBA, but also remember the old school, especially with the jersey. So champion jerseys only. Follow us on our Instagram and Twitter. Keep up with us. We'll be posting this podcast multiple different locations, our YouTube page as well. And of course, all the jerseys that we collect and handle are mostly all for sale on our Etsy page. So if you're interested in picking one up that you see or that we have on our page that we feature, definitely want to check out our Etsy page because that just might be something we have for sale. So once again, welcome in. I'm here in what I like to call the lab. We are under the Hoops Media Network of podcasts, and glad to be joining with you guys again. Hopefully we'd like to get this thing going on a more regular basis, but right now it's kind of every month or so. So champion jerseys, if you're out there and you like champion jerseys, definitely check us out, share us, shoot us an email if you have a question or if you want to comment. We're trying to get a little thing going here with the champion jerseys social media accounts. If you post anything, especially with champion jerseys, use the hashtag champion jerseys only. Trying to get that thing going, kind of get some cool posts up there so people check it out, both on Twitter and Instagram mainly. So if you're out and about. Also, if you think about it, we're going to start using our initials for the champion jerseys only podcast. Hashtag CJOP. We'll be using that. So once again, thanks for joining in. Thanks for taking time to listen to us. We really appreciate it. A couple birthdays today being the 23rd. I want to say a happy birthday to a guy that wore a lot of champion jerseys in his time. That's Gary Payton. Bring back the Sonics. Hashtag bring back the Sonics. Gary Payton, a great point guard, a great defender, great all-around player. Happy birthday. And then another guy that was a mainstay in the 90s. Tomorrow, the 24th, is Karl Malone. Definitely wore a lot of Utah Jazz champion jerseys, so they're pretty sweet if you ever get a hold of one of them, especially if you get a hold of an authentic or a replica, or a game worn. They're pretty awesome. So just want to say happy birthday to those two guys. There's plenty of birthdays out there, but didn't want to take too much time talking about that too much. But anyway, we're going to keep going here, talk about a little bit of things. So I wanted to give you guys a little heads up on something we're going to be trying to do. We're going to try to do some trivia. And I know it's kind of tough with the audio medium, but if you have a trivia question out there about champion jerseys, you want to send one in to us, try to get that going here soon, and we'll try to come up with some cool trivia here about champion jerseys, 90s and early 2000s. There's plenty of it out there, and we'll try to keep that going on our next podcast. So want to go over what we picked up recently. One of the reasons why we haven't done an episode in quite a while is we haven't had too many pickups. Kind of been slow, but been selling a lot, but not as many coming in. So we got 2 new jerseys this past week, 2 new champion jerseys. Both pretty sweet. I already have one of them, so it wasn't the most special thing, but that would be a champion Detroit Pistons number 33 Grant Hill, and it's the blue, which is probably from the 1994-95 season or so, and it's a size 44, which is large. It's in great shape. You'll be able to see that on our on our Instagram page and Twitter, and then it'll also go up on our Etsy page for sale eventually. So that's one. We already have one, I believe, but add that one to collection. And the next one is one that's pretty cool. Really enjoy getting it. Kind of a somewhat rare jersey. It's a champion, obviously, Houston Rockets, and it's number 4, Charles Barkley. That in itself is not too spectacular, but it's actually a reversible. It goes from white to blue, and it's the Rockets logo after they had won the championships late 90s, early 2000s. The real colorful red, white, and blue jerseys after they had worn the red and orange, yellow. So this is a Charles Barkley, and like I said, it's reversible. It's in great shape. We'll have this one up as well. White and blue, like I said, and it's also a size 44, and that would probably from around 1996 or 97. So kind of tough to find those reversible ones. They're all replicas, and most of the time when you see them, they're the big name players. From what I've seen, the Jordans, the Barkleys, Kobe Bryant's, and real high profile players. So that's our 2 new pickups. Not a whole lot going on, but we will have them up on our Etsy page if anybody would like to purchase them. One cool thing that we're going to actually give out right now, exclusively to our podcast listeners, and then eventually to the Instagram and Twitter pages, is we're doing a little, I guess you would say, promo for our Etsy page, giving people 25% off if they enter the code CJOP21. CJOP21 for Champion Jerseys Only Podcast, 21 for listening. So that's 25% off your order. And then, of course, we do free shipping within the U.S., so that's a great deal if you looking to get a jersey there. And really reasonable prices. We really try to make these things affordable so we can keep them passed on and keep them going rather than being a big money thing, and just a little bit of money we make kind of helps fund everything and all that. But if you are interested, use that code and your next order, and we're kicking that off here at the end of July, and it'll run through the end of September. So no shipping plus 25% off. Pretty good deal using code CJOP21. So definitely want to check that out. All right, moving along. We got some champion jersey art going on. Last time we talked, we had been doing a little project with removing some of the letters and numbers off of a champion jersey that was customized, a Lakers champion jersey. And unfortunately, in the audio medium, it's tough to describe, but we've been doing a little, I guess you would say, art project, if you will, with that champion jersey, kind of experimenting on it using fluorescent coloring paint to color around the white of the champion logo on the front of the jersey and the NBA logo, and then some of the lettering as well. So kind of experiment is at this point that paint actually glows or really pops when you use a black light. So that's going to be the goal, to get that jersey looking really cool during when it's used as a black light. So we'll put a picture up of that definitely on our Instagram and Twitter here soon once we get things going with that and kind of experiment. But it's kind of cool little project that we're trying to do and see if we can make something fun out of it. So you definitely want to check that out. One thing that we try to do every week is talk about the jerseys that we're kind of looking to add. So we'll go over that as well. And we got 5. We'll do 3 on the list right now, and we'll go through these 3 real quick. But I'm a really big fan of the early 2000s Los Angeles Clippers champion jerseys, and even in the 90s. The bright red, blue trim, and of course the white ones as well. And those are really one of my favorites. Showed it off a few times, but our Lamar Odom red authentic that we have is probably my favorite champion jersey that I have right now. So in that same category with the Los Angeles Clippers jersey, first one on our list would be a Darius Miles Clippers, and that one in the white. Those are pretty sweet. They're kind of tough to find, but not super hard. But Darius Miles white, haven't had one of those. Definitely looking to pick one up and can at least hang on to it for a little bit before we flip it. So that'd be one of them. And then the second one would be a guy named Pooh Richardson. Look him up. Pooh Richardson, I believe, played later 90s, maybe mid-90s with the Clippers. Had a chance to get one of these and kind of let it slip, and it ended up going for a pretty hefty price on an auction. So don't see it too much around. It's kind of tough to find, but a Pooh Richardson and a red one at that. And that would be the older style, late 90s champion jersey. So definitely want to try and get a hold of one of those at some point. And then the third one would be one also kind of in that same style, not the same years, maybe a couple years after, but a player that spent a little bit of time with the Clippers towards the end of his career, I believe, or on the way out of his career. But a guy named Rodney Rogers, and the red Clippers Rodney Rogers jersey is pretty sweet. So definitely one we're trying to pick up and do some things with. So those are three that we just wanted to point out that we're looking at. So definitely let us know if you know of anybody trading or selling one of those, and we'll definitely be keeping our eyes open for some reasonable, and definitely want to get one of those here soon. Kind of want to wrap things up, keep these things short and sweet for now. Like I said, we're going to be adding some new things, maybe some trivia. Definitely want to do some more insight into the background of the champion jerseys, kind of the history of them, and some fun facts, something like that. Haven't got a chance to nail down some real good stuff that I wanted to share with you guys, but definitely wanted to let you guys know if you have any questions, suggestions, or if you listen to this and you want to see us talk about something different or go over something specifically, please let us know. That's kind of how I want to run this thing, with questions and people asking things, and then we kind of have a response. So you definitely want to give us some feedback and let us know what you're looking at. But if you're a champion jersey fan, keep it up, because those jerseys are pretty sweet. They're still out there, they're still floating around, and they're still popular, and they're relatively easy to get a hold of, but there's still some of them that are on the rare side. So definitely keep your eyes open and be looking forward to picking up some of those and maybe passing along to your children and offspring, maybe a friend, maybe a gift, something like that. So keep that going, and like I said, please get on Instagram, tag us. We're at Instagram at Champion Jerseys Only, and use that hashtag Champion Jerseys Only. And if you're on Twitter, unfortunately we can't fit that whole thing in there, so it's just at Champion Jerseys, capital C and capital J, but also use that same hashtag Champion Jerseys Only, and kind of get the spark going, and we'll share some cool ones. There's plenty of them out there. And if you also take mind, if you go on our Instagram page and see who we follow, we got some cool follows that we check out, some other guys that do the same type of thing. So got some cool ones. If you have a suggestion, please let us know too as well. Once again, want to check out our Etsy page if you're interested in any of the jerseys we talk about or see our collection. Check that out. If you want to buy something, I got a 25% off code for you. It's CJOP21. And that'll give you 25% off on our Etsy page for any of the champion jerseys. We have other jerseys as well, but kind of specialize in the champion jerseys. So thanks for joining with us this week. Once again, in here in the lab, under the Hoops Media Network podcast. This is the Champions Only podcast, and appreciate you guys checking us out today. And we'll catch up with you soon. Hopefully we'll do one of these real soon again and have some new product for you. Take care.